I think we have to respect this order in answering the email. So first of all, we will talk about the issues directly related to the minimum investment the client is mainly interested to. So initial capital from the investment, taxation and expenses for employees. Then we will talk about the IP matters. And at last, we will talk about the setup procedures. This is not a topic the client is really interested to at the moment. However, it's good to tell him just briefly which are the procedures we have to deal with, without going into details, but just giving a brief idea. So we can group these issues into these areas. We have corporate and tax and other expenses, IP protection, IP, and procedures. Actually, this area is directly linked to the minimum investment. So in writing them an email, it's good to respect this structure, which is the basic structure for writing down an email. We have a title on the top, a paragraph in which we say our greetings to the clients. Then we will make a brief introduction of our law firm, and then we will have the main content in which we will analyze these issues involved by the case, and at the end, conclusions. So talking about the title must enclose the issue, so we have to mention the issue in the title of our email. For example, this is not good, dear Mr. Mestitz or Lemon Lee and Shu. And the title must be specific, so this is not good. Legal inquiry or investment in China is too generic, too wide. And it must be also brief, so this is not good, because it's really too long. Your request of legal assistance about the setting up of a wolf in China. And it has to be complete, so this is not good, Wolfe. So this could be a good title. Legal assistance request, Wolfe set up in China. Now we will analyze the paragraph in which are contained the greetings. We have to show respect, I told you before. So talk to this potential client using his surname and express him our thanks for having contacted us. So he can also see we are friendly, and we are happy to have received his issue, and we really want to give him assistance. This must be said at the beginning of the letter, so the client will regard us immediately as his potential defensor, potential assistant in the dealing of his business. So this could be a good example of this paragraph. Dear Mr. John Mestitz, your message is received with thanks. We are ready, willing, and able to assist you with your business dealings in China. Then we have to give a brief introduction of our law firm, in which we have to show strength and to present the structure. These two concepts are strictly linked. When we present the structure of our law firm, and we will mention all the professionals we have, the offices we have, our wide presence in China, and also outside China with our other branch offices of Hong Kong, Macau, Mauritius, Mongolia, and so on. We will show also our strength and our professional skills, so that the clients can feel safer in being assisted by us. This could be a good example. We have an extensive practice in the field of foreign direct investments. Foreign direct investments, this is the big area this business dealing is belonging to. Having been responsible for some $7 billion worth of inbound work over the last 10 years, we have over 280 legal professionals working in 7 offices throughout mainland China and in our branch offices of Hong Kong, Macau, Mongolia, Mauritius, and the USA, Chicago, offering a full suite of legal services. Okay, and now we will analyze the main content of our email. So, it's good to divide this content into two areas. The main issue, which is the minimum investment, and other issues related to this business, which are IP area and procedures. We can start with an introduction sentence. For example, with reference to your aim of setting up the company with the minimum investment possible, the following factors must be considered. And now we will talk about the factors directly linked to the minimum investment possible. And this is really what the client wants, to know if it's possible and feasible to do this business with the minimum investment possible. And we will explain him the initial capital required for the investment and taxes and minimum wages for workers. So talking about the initial capital required for the investment, actually Chinese law is not requiring a certain defined amount of initial capital according to the various kind of business you want to set up. But it simply states that the initial capital must be will be considered case by case according to the kind of business you want to set up. So we will explain this to the client. There is no minimum fixed initial capital. However, it is required that initial capital is appropriate for the kind of desired investment. The authority will decide case by case. And however, we can estimate that to set up a small dimensions manufacturing woofer, the initial capital required should be quite low. We will not tell the client our estimation of the business capital required. First of all, we don't know so many information. Then, this is not a legal opinion, so we don't have to provide so much information. This is a free email. If the client is interested and now he knows that it's possible to invest quite a few amount of money to do this business, he will contact us again. Then when we talk about taxes and minimum wages for workers, talking about taxes, we will explain to the client that every company now is subject to a general income tax rate of 25%, and that, however, there are certain sectors that are encouraged by a taxation point of view. For example, high-tech companies and other kind of companies appointed by the law. For what regards the minimum wages for workers, we will tell him that these wages are set by local regulations, so we have to give a look to the regulations of Zhejiang province. And so this could be more or less a kind of answer we can give, passing over these points I talked to you about, and suggesting the clients to build up a special purpose vehicle to have more taxation advantages. A special purpose vehicle is a company that is being set up in areas with special tax situations. For example, Hong Kong, British Virgin Islands, and Mauritius. So that is this company that will eventually set up this company in China. And this will give us a number of advantages in regarding taxation issues and repatriation of profits. Telling him that our office can also assist him in the setting up of this entity. And then at the end we will talk about generally these minimum wages, and we will not provide any number at the moment. Then we can start to write down the other part of our email, which is regarding the other issues involved by this case. We will do the same. We will start with an introduction sentence. For example, furthermore, other issues must be considered when setting up a wholly foreign-owned enterprise in China in the manufacturing sphere. And these issues are IP protection and procedures to set up this company. So we will advise the clients, suggesting him that it's very important